Okay. We're up. I can see comments. Just getting in here. Hey, Astrid, how you doing? Where was I? So I'm working on this Finnegans Wake inlay. Getting close. Getting very close. It's kind of... I don't know. Let me put it like this, right? Like I'm copying this from up top, right? It's the same thing, just backwards, right? So I'm weaving like upside down and backwards, okay? And this is like really early stuff that I started with a long time ago. And it's garbage, man. You're good? Just got done swimming for the first time? Right on. Right on. All right, where am I here? Then a green. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of having to reverse engineer some of these. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So the rows are different down here than they are up here. So I can't copy it 1 to 1. Right? It's pain. But I'm gonna do the best I can to copy it, and then I will go back through and make everything look nice. It's like, why don't you just make it look nice the first time? Well, because I don't know how much effort I'm willing to put into this anymore. So if I get to a point where all the knot work's done, and I'm like, it's good enough, done is better than perfect for this project. I screwed up royally when I first started it by not doing any pre-planning, and now the way it looks is the way it looks. So trying to stress too much about how it looks now is not, like, I don't think that's a good idea personally. Just gonna get it done, make it look good enough, and then put it up on the wall and walk away from it for forever. Hey, Rat, how you doing? Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Sorry you haven't popped in a while. No, that's okay. We all got stuff to do, you know? Places to be. I don't begrudge anyone who isn't a loyal adherent to the chain gang. Thank you for the follow and the share. Appreciate you. It's like, how dare you be late, tardy, and not here? No, not at all. It is okay. You have my forgiveness. Don't ever let it happen again. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But we did miss you. Your absence was noted. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay. Doing all right. You've been dying with AP testing and studying. Yeah, I get it. That will take up some time. We, and by we I mean me and my kiddo, are finally done with school. He made honor roll all 4 quarters. So I'm very proud, but I'm glad to be done with homework and all that crap. You remember AP classes and testing and whatnot? I don't, because I was never smart enough to get into an AP class. That was for people who wanted to achieve things in life. And I screwed around in high school. I was doing you also got the flu. That's no good. Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy for him. He's pretty proud of himself, so the flu's no bueno. But yeah, I was taking like shop classes, mechanic classes, welding and whatnot, and agriculture and stuff. And I went from a rural high school to a high school in the local city, and all their classes for that stuff were full. And so for 2 years, I just kind of dicked around in high school. I had a job, and it's like I wasn't going to spend a whole lot of time focused on being super great at high school when there wasn't anything in it for me anyway. You got 2 weeks left, then you're free for the summer? Woohoo! Right on. Yeah, our summer break has started. Swing by to say hi. Hey, Louie, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Just a reminder for anyone hanging out, I will not be here probably Saturday night or Sunday night. It is Memorial Day weekend. I've got Blessing of the Bikes tomorrow night, and Sunday I'll be doing family stuff. So, take a little break. If the weather's good, I want some hamburgers and brats and sausage and just, do a little grilling. 1 day left of the work week and you have a 3-day weekend. Monday's a paid holiday. Right on. Have fun. I hope to. Thought schools are done this week. Yeah, my kiddo's school's done this week. I don't know why Rat can't get with the program here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not Rat. The school that they attend. Alright, you miss having motorcycles and considering an e-bike? Hey, Mech, how's it going? Ow, my eyeball. Oh, okay. Now my other eyeball. Sympathetic eyeball itching. One starts itching, the other one gets going. Alright. I'm doing alright. You should just scour Craigslist for a project bike. An e-bike, huh? Not in my wildest dreams would I ever think that I would own one. Speaking of dreams, oh my god, I have a dream to tell you about. This is weird. But anyway, yeah, I think it would be fun to ride one. I don't know if I'd ever own one, but it's kind of like my view on e-bikes is a lot like my view on electric vehicles in general. Is that they're a cool toy, right? But at the end of the day, it is an RC car. And RC cars are fun. But I don't ever think I'd put any money into one. But don't let that stop you. You accomplish your dreams. You think the school just hates you? Yeah, probably. Yeah, may 2 weeks pass by and you not even notice. Soon you'll be done. You like the idea of being able to ride one to work and back? It's a 15-minute car commute. There you go. No, I mean, it makes sense for a lot of people. Think you'd have more fun with a 250 to 450cc little Grom? I have a 103 cubic inch motor on my bike, right? And I'm going to do some stuff, like I'll upgrade the size and stuff and whatever. But I would ride the crap out of a Grom. And I've had Sportsters that were faster than my Road King, right? And I'm kind of kicking myself for ever having gotten rid of it. But probably did the right thing at the time. First bike was 800 cc's, yeah. You know, hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. My first bike was a 350, a Honda XL 350 Enduro. And it was my dad's bike from like the 70s. I think it was like a 72. And it was just rotting in the backyard. Finally, I got it a new battery, cleaned the carb, cleaned the fuel out. And it ran for a little bit. Renee, how you doing? I didn't even introduce myself. That is a thing. For anybody not familiar with who I am, my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories, and I make chainmail. There. The intro's out of the way. All right. My second bike was a Honda Shadow. My third bike was a 1200 Sportster. And after I got rid of that, I wasn't planning on getting a bike anytime soon. But 2, 3, 4, 5. For our 10-year anniversary, the wife got me a Road King. And that's what I just put the saddlebags on the other day. Someone just asked me to price them. Someone just asked me for a price quote for doing saddlebags. They're like, that's cool. How much would it cost? Right? And I'm glad, you know, someone likes it, that they want to purchase it. But I'm emotionally scarred from working on those saddlebags just because of how labor-intensive the lacing is. Like, it looks really good. It looks fantastic. I love how it came out. I don't want to ever do that again, right? You know that confetti jelly cube? I do know that confetti jelly cube, the one that Wayward and Whimsical is working on. You like the touring style bikes? If you ever consider a Goldwing, you ever consider a Goldwing take you out? No way. Goldwings are great. My grandpa rode one for years. Any advice on what weaves could do with 14 gauge 3/8 besides 4-in-1 and 6-in-1? Thank you. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's actually just provide an example. I could probably show it on all the other streams. M-A-I-L-E-A-R-D Sans 14. All right. So if you search Male Artisans International League 14G for gauge and then 3/8. If you do that in a Google search, that's kind of a back-end way of searching the website without using the search function on the website. All right, Louie, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Tried to name it Gerald. Yeah, so quick little search, Male Artisans International League, 14G 3/8. And that'll show you all the weave names that pop up with that weave information in it. Helm flower, backbone. What's this one? It looks like an article. Okay. Does that make sense? So, Google search Male Artisans International League, 14G 3/8, 3/8. and it'll search the website because the search function on the website doesn't work. It's apparently never going to ever work again. I don't know what the status is. You're very welcome. But that'll give you an idea of what you can do with those rings. And I don't know if there's any tutorials or anything that go along with any of those. I just pulled up the website. I always give great advice. Good. I hope that I am helpful. Don't ask me about women or money, and my advice is usually pretty solid. All right, so where was I? Let's see here. Gold wings. Gold wings are cool, and I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. A bike's a bike, right? I hate rivalries of any sort. So I don't talk smack about anyone else's ride. Owner of site wants it to stay as is and not fix it, so we are stuck with it as it is till someone can get legal rights to restore it. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's dumb, but people have offered to buy it out and fix it and use it as a resource, and I don't know, does it bring in any money? Can't imagine that it does. Okay, so what happens here? This comes up and goes over. Sorry, I'm looking at my thing. I'm the best. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I just, the whole point of me doing this is to introduce other people to chainmail, right? The secondary reason I do this is to get people obsessed with chainmail so that they want to decorate their whole house in chainmail, and they go and buy my stuff. Okay. This one keeps going up. This one's going to come over. Okay. I got it. I got it now. Sorry, this is backwards, and I'm like, okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, where are we at? It could with hits for advertisement. I don't know if I've seen any advertising on there. Oh, by the way, you found out you can't install the Mailworks app on the Chromebook, so, oh no. Yeah, probably not. I don't know what to do about that, actually. Also, Apple is being a pain in my butt, so the Apple link may not be usable here in the short future. I will get that fixed when I can, but it's not a big deal, just got to take care of it. And anytime I'm dealing with a back end in regards to the Mailworks app for Apple or Google, it's hours of wasted time. Because their instructions are trash, their websites are trash, they're trash. Not a fan. Let me tell you how I really feel about them. They're garbage. A raccoon wouldn't sift through their websites. No, it's not that bad. It's just annoying and overly complicated, and for what I'm trying to do, they're like the back end of Apple and Google are designed for like a Webull or Robinhood or like a stock trading app, right? Thanks, Ethan. Like, as far as like all the rules and regulations around money and everything, I don't process any money through my app. None whatsoever. So 90% of it doesn't apply to me, but I still got to go through and click all the right buttons and everything. Hey, Cooper, how you doing? Thanks so much. All right. It's going good. I can't complain. Getting towards the end of this project. Got a long way to go, but you just don't like their company? Yeah, I am almost done with it. I'm on the last third, right? So as far from what math I did, there's about 25,000 rings in this right now. And when it's done, it's going to have somewhere between 30 and 35,000. I'm not quite sure. You don't like their company, Apple on purpose? Makes Android? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like their company either, but that's a whole other story. Hello from Roanoke, Virginia. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Cooper's not doing too bad. Right on, right on. All right, so... All right. Harry Potter. Did you put your name into the goblet of fire? Where am I going to put the tapestry? I've got a space. Okay, so there are 4 windows in my basement, right? And they're all evenly spaced along the back wall. And so in between the window closest to me and the next window, right, is a big wall space that I haven't hung anything. I'm going to put this there. And right below it is like all of my chainmail stuff that I put on the windowsill there. Heck yeah, bro. Haven't been in a while. Had a lady crash out on my motorcycle. Oh, no. That's no bueno. Motorcycle crashes are bad. Is the thing I'm making Slytherin? No. I'll show you. Just give me 2 secs. 2 seconds. I shouldn't say 2 secs. Let me put that in there. Okay, so this is what I'm working off of. It says Finnegans Wake, and I realize it's backwards for you. And then I will hold it up for anyone watching. Celtic-ish, I guess. So it's got Finnegans Wake on it, and then the knotwork going around in a circle. And it's not 3 feet wide. Magenta RV, how you doing? It is only 32 inches wide. So I measured it today. So as of right now, it's 32 inches wide, and it might get a little wider, but not by much. If I spin my phone around, it'll show right? Well, yeah, but then I have to detach it, and if you want me to, I will. You'll see my desk. There's nothing weird on my desk. Let me know. Oh, no. No. It's okay. Actually, that's a good question, right? The back of the weave, it's all discombobulated. Right? Like, it's the right direction. You can read it that way. But because of the way chainmail works, right? Everything looks out of place. looks way good. Thank you. It's okay. So Finnegans Wake is a bar in Alexandria, Louisiana, that I used to go to when I got back from my first deployments, and I started this then. So I got back from my first deployment in 2005, and I would go to Alexandria, go to the movie theater, the mall, go to Finnegans Wake in the evening, and then stumble across the street to the hotel with some friends. That shows the words right, like look in a mirror, yeah. And it was just a good place to get out of the barracks. And when you're in the military, you live with the people you work with. So it was a great place to get away from everyone I was with all day long, every day, who I just spent a year on deployment with. So I was happy to find the place. Oh no. No. I know what I want to do here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool to show the back just to... It's like when you look at the back of a cross stitch and it's all wonky. You know? So I was going to tell you guys about my dream, right? You don't care. It's a dumb dream. But I dreamed that I was... Okay, so I've lost some weight recently, right? So much so that I've got like the skin flaps on either side, right? Which they'll go away as I continue to lose more weight. But it looks like the start of... If you've ever seen Click... when Adam Sandler gets real fat because he's a lawyer and he's just working all the time, and then he has like gastric sleeve surgery or something to lose a bunch of weight, and he's got like this skin tongue flap, right? So I've been thinking about that, and I had a dream, and I was skinny, and I had a skin tongue flap, right? So that was funny. I woke up laughing at that. But then the other part of my dream, I was driving around, and it was like a familiar town, like I had had dreams about it before, right? And so I knew where I was in the dream, but I was looking for Dollywood, right? Which is a theme park that I've never been to. Why would I dream about trying to find Dollywood? I have no idea. So, anyway... Brain's weird when you're sleeping. But it's good that I had a dream, right? I have severe sleep apnea. And when I'm not dreaming, that means I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain in order to dream. And so I had good quality sleep last night. I've got the whole jet mask with the CPAP deal because I'm old. Yeah, it's a Dolly Parton-based theme park. Sleep apnea twins, go bestie. Yeah, if you have sleep apnea or like trouble sleeping, get tested for sleep apnea because it is a killer. Just so you know. Get a good mask that fits. Even if you don't wear a mask and you just like sleep on your side so that your throat doesn't close off when you sleep, and you know that you need to sleep on your side, that is beneficial. It's so fun. Yeah, I love running out of distilled water and not getting my supplies in time after my mask breaks, or when the machine starts beeping and I don't know why, and it turns out it's because it's need a filter nobody told me about. The sleep study was silly. I had a good time. They were like, yeah, you had 400 interruptions an hour. You have severe sleep apnea. You don't sleep much, anxiety, pain, tinnitus don't allow except a couple hours here and there. Yeah, I feel you on that. I know what it's like to deal with those issues. I used to not sleep much either. I was like less than... If I went to bed at... I don't know, 11, I'd start waking up around 2 or 3 in the morning. The most I could get was like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And I had a lot of issues before I got my sleep apnea machine. Oh geez, you only had like 50 interruptions? Oh no, I had hundreds. So I'm sure it wasn't 400 interruptions an hour, but it was high. It's like, oh, I've just been living like this for the past 15 years. But yeah, I did not dream, and I thought it was normal. So if you're not dreaming, you might have sleep apnea. Get tested. Get it looked into. Right? You get 2-3 hours a night and they're not consecutive. See, that's the worst, man. And if it's, not sleep apnea and it's pain and anxiety, I get it. What am I doing? There. But do I ever do change for billfolds? I'm going to go with no. Are you... Okay, oh. Do I ever do, make a billfold out of chainmail? No, I have never done that. Is that what you're asking? Sorry, I got caught up on the word change. I've never made a chainmail wallet. I don't know if I know anyone that has. Purses, yes. I know a lot. I've done purses. I know a lot of people who've done purses. I don't know anyone who's done a wallet. Not that it couldn't be done. It would be a very involved project. Not impossible, but... No, the long chain's like... Oh, okay, like a wallet chain? Yeah, I've done thousands. I've done a lot of those. Absolutely. I gotcha. Sorry. In fact, I just did one not that long ago. How would you make a usable wallet out of chain? I don't know off the top of my head. 2 sections of some kind of structural weave and then really thin gauge loose material that can close around it. Like, okay, I've seen people make some crazy stuff out of chainmail, right? So I'm not going to rule it outside of the realm of possibilities. Could I do it? I mean, yeah, I got some ideas, but I don't know how good they would be. Witchcraft, yeah. 24 gauge thin welded 4-in-1, yeah. Like, you could do... It'd be a lot of work to make it really functional, but... Yeah, done a lot of wallet chains. If you are looking for a wallet chain, you know, let me know. And I don't usually take commissions right now, but if I have stuff on hand to make what you're looking for, then I will take the commission. Carrie, how you doing? From chilly Melbourne, Australia. That's right. It's like almost winter there, right? Alright, now I get some shark mail and do creative seams for the pieces. Yeah, there you go. You could just order a bunch of the welded chainmail from the welded chainmail that they use for the Neptunic shark suits, and make a wallet with that as fabric. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Not something I want to try, but people make all kinds of stuff. It's just how much effort do you want to put into making something, to figuring out what's the best way to go about doing it. Correct, had to wash the ice off your car yesterday for work. Oh no, I don't envy you. I just got out of all of that myself. It's cold 9 months out of the year here in Wisconsin, so we're just coming up into the warm season. I'm looking forward to summer here. All right. In this little cross section where these two parts of the knotwork cross over each other is almost done. It's already gotten into the 90s here. There you go. Yeah, we hit 75 the other day. And the only issue here is that it gets really humid. Otherwise, it gets humid and hot, and then it storms and cools off like 10 degrees. And the next 2-3 days is really nice weather. Then it gets humid and hot. Humid and hot again. I know how to pronounce words. And then another big storm rolls through, and then it cools off for a couple days. All right, so the top of this little cross section I'm working on, right, is does that even make sense? Yeah, I need to finesse this. This whole thing sucks. But this area I'm working on, that's as far down as I'm going to go right now. On the top up here, what is it here? No, here. There's a loop that I'm building right here. This section comes up really high up top. And I'm going to shorten it, so I'm not using as many rings. So I'm only going to go this far down. We can add some green to this now. Alright, nice. You don't mind it cooler. It makes cutting rings in the shed easier with your little kerosene heater. The shed is an oven in the summer. Yeah, I have one of those. That is an oven in the summer. You make your own rings? Right on. Each summer keeps getting hotter and hotter. Yeah. Man, bear, pig. Alright. I will eventually have a setup to coil and cut my own rings, but I don't have that right now, so soon, hopefully this year at some point. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes. My tax return's scheduled to come next week, so that's going to answer a lot of questions as to what's going to happen moving forward. And eventually, I'd like to get done with all these projects in my basement so that I can make stuff for sale. But I predict that won't happen until next year. So we will just keep going with what we have on hand for right now. So, Carrie, how long have you been making chainmail down under, down in Australia? All right. I wish you well with your tax return. Yeah, it's coming apparently. I'd assume to begin the rest of the rings. Oh, mail order rings Australia. Oh, hi. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Yeah, so I will be getting the rest of the rings to finish this cube at some point. The other cube that I'm working on, the 8.5 inch one, I already have all the rings for that. All right. Sorry, Carrie, I didn't recognize you. I'm terrible with names and with people, and that's why I open and close rings in my basement all day long, every day, as opposed to having normal social relationships. I go upstairs just enough to spend time with my family so they don't think I've abandoned them. But that's it, no more. Then I'm back downstairs. Yeah, so, the rings for this cube are going to be like another $130 for all the rest of them. I think, if I did my math right and if I remember numbers, which I don't really. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a lot. You've been making chainmail for 10 years? Right on. Normal, social. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about getting your favorite teachers a little thing for the end of the year. Like a bucket of bourbon. What are you thinking about getting them? Do you need 2 pliers to get started? I'm going to go with yeah. How you doing, Ronan? You don't know what an adult would like, though? Chainmail bottle wraps. It is a big jelly cube, and it's only halfway done. Let me change my angle here. So this is at 16 by 16, almost 15 and a half, roughly. Let's see here. And to get from here, it's once this row is finished, once this next layer is finished, it'll be like 22,000 rings. To get from 16 by 16 by 16 to 20 by 20 by 20, it's another 22,000 rings. So it's only almost halfway done, which is kind of just mind-blowing. Probably just make them something. I mean, adults like the same thing everyone does. Booze. Wait, no. I don't know, gift cards. Gift cards are good. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Actually, I say gift cards are good because I like the idea of gift cards. But I've probably got like 10 gift cards sitting around the house that I've never used. So that's a risk too with gift cards. I don't know. You've always been told gift cards are tacky. I don't think gift cards are tacky. But I'm not someone who would be in the know on what's tacky and what's not. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. You want to make a jelly cube and make some bracelets you saw on the PDF to... Make a jelly cube and make some bracelets. You saw on the PDF to get 18 gauge 1/8. Okay, the pliers I'm using right now are Xuron 483s. The 18 gauge 1/8 that you want are... Hang on. Chain hyphen REACT .ca. Yes, I did mean that, Google. Thank you. No. There we go. All right, let me double check something here before I tell you something that's not true. Yeah. Okay. I was right. Just wanted to double check. The 18 gauge 1/8 standard wire gauge is this ring size right here. Right? So if you want to make a cube, 18 gauge 1/8 standard wire gauge. I don't know about the 18 gauge 1/8 American wire gauge. Right? Wowzers, you just finished the 6x6 with 2.4 AR rings. It's really rigid, yeah. Where are we at? 20 years, Val. 20 years. Because I didn't plan accordingly. They're not... Okay, gift cards aren't really original or thoughtful, but if it's for a place or thing you know they like. I'm not ADHD. Oh. Someone asked me if I had an autism diagnosis the other day. I was like, yeah, no, buddy. The teachers literally never talk about themselves, so you don't really know what they like. Yeah, I don't know what to get a teacher. I can't... Never mind. I don't know. We had to do this for my kid's teacher the other day. It was like Teacher Appreciation Week, and we got her a gift basket. And I just had a green ring in my hand. I meant to grab a black one. Of all the recommended things for teachers, like a hot drink, and you're impressed anyway. Yeah, you should crochet them something. They like that. Yeah, Val, here, let me hold this up and kind of explain this for a sec. So, right now I'm somewhere around 25,000 rings in this. And this is, it says Finnegans Wake on it. It's a bar in Alexandria, Louisiana. And I started it in 2005. But I did not know what I was doing. The weave I'm using is called European 6-in-1. And it's really not a good weave for inlays. The ring size I'm using is not a good ring size for inlays. Thank you, Carrie. I did not plan out anything with this, so I don't know how many rings. I didn't know how many rings it was going to take. I ordered a bunch of different batches of rings, so none of my colors matched, and I didn't have the mental fortitude to grind through and just finish it, right? So every time I try to work on it, I just get burnt out on it from the whole process of 2 rings forward, 3 rings back, and that over and over and over again just has led to it taking so long. But I'm 28 years into this hobby now. I'm finishing all the projects in my basement. That's my goal before I start any new ones, which hasn't happened. I've started a bunch of new ones regardless. So this is one of many projects that has been sitting around waiting to be finished. You know, and I was deployed. I was going to college, so that played a lot into it not getting done as well. You homeschool all of your kids? Right on. Okay, what do we crochet them something and some candy? Maybe everyone likes candy. There you go. Get them, you know, like a little gift bag. Put something you crocheted in there. Some chocolate of some kind. And I don't know, a knick-knack for their desk. Have I decided what I'm going to do with the split rings? I'm going to throw them away. The split rings I have for the scale mail that I have are not... I don't want to use them. I want to go ahead and order something different, so... It depends on what color hair Candy has. Well, I've never seen anything like it. Thanks for showing. New to you. You like it? Thank you. I mean, it's just chainmail, right? If you've seen The Lord of the Rings, the mithril shirt that's the Hobbit. If you've seen The Hobbit, the mithril shirt that Thorin gives Bilbo, that's chainmail, right? And it's just exploded in all the things you can do with it and make with it. And over the last like 40, 50 years. You said you would donate the split rings to you. You can have them. Shoot me a message. Actually, how? Okay. Yeah, shoot me a message. You can have them. Your internet's being mean again. Mithril is in Lord of the Rings too. Oh, yeah, Bilbo gives it to Frodo. Rachel, how you doing? How's it going? Okay, am I still working on the cube? Which cube? I've got this cube that I'm working on, and then I have the real big sculptural cube that I'm working on. So, yes, I'm still working on both. Yeah, you got a long weekend, don't you? I don't envy you. If I was close, I would come and say hi. Oh, we've been at it for an hour. Time to put the puzzle piece in. Live will end in 40... Yeah. Come on. Show me the puzzle piece. You're a glutton for punishment? Or are you taking gluten for punishment? Where we at? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We never have one project on the go at once. No, I have... Well, that's the whole point of doing this. Getting on here every night, streaming kind of holds me accountable to getting in the basement and working on something. Oh, no internet connection. What are you talking about? There we go. Sorry. At an hour, if there's not like 1,000 people in here, they like screen for bots. So right now I've got 2 tables that are half full of projects that need to be finished or worked on. So like 1 full table of projects that need to be worked on. Chainmail is mostly cosmetic these days, except for chainmail gloves they use to protect cutting. They make aprons as well for butchers and stuff. And Neptunic shark suits. And all of the chainmail that you use in Buhurt or the SCA is like actual chainmail meant for destruction. But there is a lot of cosmetic chainmail, for sure. And one of the things I'm moving away from, or no, that's the wrong statement. I'm not moving away from cosmetic chainmail. I plan on making a lot of it in the future. I'm adding chainmail that can be used in combat per the Buhurt and SCA standards. Jousting person and horses, yeah. Someone phone to PC. All right, Carrie. The knights at the Renaissance Festival and the armor they wear. I mean, the truth of the matter is, in all of its applications, from jewelry to skyscraper shade provider, right? Chainmail is just or torpedo nets, right? Chainmail is just a useful thing and fun to do. You're back, right on. People without ADHD or so I hear. I don't have ADHD. I'll tell you why I have so many projects. Like, I've explained why I haven't grinded this project out, right? The other projects that I have, they're either projects that I didn't have the skill to finish at the time. They are piles of rings that need to be made into something. They're projects that I need to be improved upon in some way. Or I ran out of money and I could not finish the project in time, which happened to a lot of my projects, before the supplier changed how they sized their rings. So when I went to go order more rings, the sizes didn't match up. And I wasn't going to order like custom rings to finish any of these projects. It's not worth it. Flux, how you doing? You definitely don't have ADHD. You definitely don't have a clinical diagnosis. And you're definitely not lying. Right? Right? Is that where you're going with that? Yeah, definitely. All right. But yeah, those are... I think all chainmail artists kind of jump from project to project, because what happens is, like, we're not immune to the oh shiny effect, okay? And there's so much cool stuff that people make and post online in all the chainmail groups. And it's like, well, I have the rings for that. Let me try and make that. I have the rings for this. Let me try and make this. And so it's also part of the learning process where if you want to learn how to make a weave, that you see someone else made, you got to sit down and just practice it, right? So I think that that's probably more so the reason why chainmail artists have so many projects going on. You have it on the spectrum. You weren't diagnosed until 44. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Because there are plenty of chainmail artists who start a project and finish it and move on to the next one. Doing well aside from all the garbage you deal with at work. Can't wait to show the Discord what you've been up to. Right on. I can't wait either. Got diagnosed young. You don't really have a say in whether or not you got diagnosed. Yeah. My sister supposedly has it. My nephew is supposed to have had it. Has had it. I don't know. Good. Thank you. Ocarina of Time. Zelda is best Zelda. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that with the new release of Tears of the Kingdom. And then apparently there's an Age of Calamity that I missed somehow. I never got to play Majora's Mask or Breath of the Wild. But out of the ones I've played, Ocarina of Time, just so many memories. All right. As Gen X diagnosis wasn't a thing when you were young? Yeah. I can believe that. All right. Well, crap. Let's see here. So, I've got a Ocarina of Time poster too that matches my shirt right here on my wall next to my computer. Definitely one of my favorite games. My issue. Okay, so I had a PlayStation Plus account, right? And none of the games I wanted to play were on it, right? Then I went and I looked at the games available in the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Plus, or what it's called. And like none of the games I wanted to play were in there. It's like they have access to all of these games, but the AAA games, like, yeah, I got to pay for them all on top of the subscription you're applying for, or the subscription you're buying. Or am I just missing something? Like Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was really fun. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, you can't play Twilight Princess on the Switch, right? Drives me up a wall. All right, Magenta RV. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you being here, popping in. For real, the classic games are free, but it does include all the old games. They didn't find your autism until you were 30. You thought all the other disorders you have were the main influence. Never would you have guessed autism was there the whole time. Just chilling. Like right in front of you and you never knew. That sounds right. If I'm being honest about it. Kind of sounds like how it happens. Yeah, if I'm paying $150 a year, I want access to all the games, right? So, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I didn't do my research. Like everything that I do, like this inlay, I didn't do any prep work for this inlay. I didn't do any prep work before I grabbed a PlayStation and bought PlayStation Plus. I was just like, oh yeah, they got games. I'll go play the games. What I really wanted it for was to get like 2-player games for me and my kid. And then there were no 2-player games for me and my kid to play. So it's $150. Yeah. Exactly. Gimme TP and W. I'm glad you got to play Banjo-Kazooie though. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Where am I at here? No, not doing too bad. I just, like, if you're going to offer a subscription service where you have access to that stuff, like, okay, I can go on Disney Plus and watch nearly every movie that they have ever made, right? Like, short of some new ones. So, I think I should have access to all the games if I subscribe to their service. Does that make sense? So I'm working on a large chainmail inlay, and this is what I'm working off of. It says Finnegans Wake on it. And I'll hold it up for you. So we got all the lettering done recently, and then we're just finishing up the knotwork across the bottom. And it's one of the projects in my basement that I need to finish because it's been taking up too much space for far too long. Thank you. So my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories, and I make chainmail. And I stream making chainmail to introduce people to making chainmail, and also get them obsessed with it so that they go to my store and buy all my products. How long does a project like this take to make? So this is, at the end of this, we'll have somewhere between 30 and 35,000 rings. If I sat down and just grinded out the whole project, right, probably around 200 hours, if I had to guess. No, I'm sorry. Somewhere around 300 to 350 hours, right? So, and I'll, like, this cube has almost 22,000 rings in it, right? And it's almost taken me 200 hours. All right, how do you figure out the pattern for these? Okay, so a good way to do it, if you're smart and not like me, you can use like a cross-stitch program. There's what's called their regular grid painter from Zloss.com. That is a program to help people plan out their inlays. And what I am doing here is not advisable. I am freehanding all of this. And that is part of the reason why this has taken me 20 years. Are you going to put up the wall hanging? The bar that I was attending when I started making this is now closed. So, like, originally I was going to make it and gift it to them, but it took me so long and it was so much harder for me over time that that I couldn't get it done in time before they ended up closing. That's with good pre-planning. Otherwise, it takes much longer. Yeah. If you pre-plan, if you know how many rings you're going to order for each color, if you know where each ring is going to go, then these can be very quick, right? But, like, I don't have a guide here. I'm just working off of this image. And so this has been 2 rings forward, 3 steps back, or 3 rings back, right? In order to get it this far. And so, oh, my fan's not on. I was wondering if I was getting hot. Very meticulous, but you're doing a great job. Thank you. I'm very close to finishing. I've got like some finessing to do. A lot of times what I do is I'll put down a lot of material and I'll go back over it the next day, kind of tweak things here and there. I moved this whole section earlier today over 4 rows. So sometimes, because it didn't line up with the knot work on top. I've got to adjust this piece over here as well. So it's little by little, it'll get done. It's a lot faster if you do all the prep work first. So it reminds you of perler beads. Yeah, same kind of concept. What have I done here? I screwed something up. If you use like 18 gauge 5/32 rings, that is a excellent ring size for inlays, and it's almost exactly like perler beads at that point, right? The perler beads would be a 1-for-1, ring per perler bead, which is why in the future I will only use rings with an aspect ratio of 3.5 for inlays if I ever make an inlay again. If you've had simple necklaces take way too long, all because you're a stickler for symmetry in your jewelry designs, and if it's off, it gets redone. Yeah, 100%. Right? If your stuff isn't, especially if someone's going to wear it, right? I'm rushing through this. If you look at this, my closures suck, right? There's a ton of mistakes in here, but I am trying to get it done, right? Done is better than perfect at this point. But for jewelry or stuff that people are going to wear, being very meticulous about it is very important. You don't do big perler stuff, mostly keychain size, but almost same concentration. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very similar. Okay, did I just do the same thing? What am I missing here? Look, I can see the mistake. There it is. Okay, found it. All right. I was like, what in the world is going on here? One ring through too many other rings. So, but cross stitch, perler beads, chainmail inlays, right? All kind of similar. All right. Like if you go on Pinterest and look up free cross stitch patterns and you want to make an inlay out of one of them, right? Pretty easy to do. Like one ring per square. It's like I don't use paid stuff because that's people's art that they're selling. But there's plenty of free stuff out there to draw your own designs from. What are latch hooks? I know what a latch is and I know what a hook is. I'm assuming like it's a little twisty thing, right? But it sounds like it's something else. Alright, 944. So, get a little green on here. And then tomorrow, like I said, this top section here, right? This part goes up really high. I'm going to try and bring it down like 4 or 5 rows, which will save me a lot of green across the top, right? So make the top look like the bottom. Make these look a little better. They're kind of crappy. Make the sides look like each other. Kind of finesse everything out. Just go over it. with a loose toothed comb, right? Not a fine tooth comb. We're not fixing every mistake. It roughly looks like what the image is, and done is better than perfect, right? And so we're not making major shifts in anything, even though it could use it. As cool as chainmail has been for you, you still don't like anything you have ever designed for yourself to wear daily? It bothers you? Yeah. I don't know how I'll go about solving that problem, but I love a lot of the stuff that I make. Okay, latch. Okay, it's kind of how basically make a rug, but you could make pillows too. It comes with the grid and yarn pieces, and you loop it all to make a design. Oh, okay. Right on. I think I know what you're talking about. That's a cool process. Can you use like the yarn gun to make your design and everything? T Capone, how you doing? How much did this cost and how long to make? It's taken me, well, it'll probably be around 300 to 350 hours to make, right? As far as what it costs, I have no idea. It's like almost 3 pounds of aluminum, but they're anodized, and some are machine cut and some are saw cut, and they're from different decades. So, $150 in shipping and handling, maybe no more than $200. I could be so wrong about that. I don't even know. This is a guess. It's used with a hook tool. The gun thing is probably for bigger piece. Okay, I gotcha. Hence the hook and latches. Use a hook to latch the thing. See here. What else are we doing tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow, gonna get on the bike, go ride around. So I don't know how much I'm actually gonna get done down here. Because like 10 o'clock, I'm making sure the family's fine, and then maybe noon. You wear 2 bracelets. One is a locked spiral bracelet, and the other is a JPL3 with a tiny heart charm. Right on. Excuse me. You're just too picky and only wish to showcase your best on yourself. Let's see here. I've got, I don't know how much jewelry do I have down here. How much jewelry can I wear at one time? This is how I roll. I just put it all on. Oh, this one's too small. I gotta fix this one. Maybe I can put it over here. There we go. It's not too small. There wasn't enough room on my other wrist. There we go. You don't like to wear your platinum piece every day? Why not? Currently trying to source EPDM rings to add to your website. Right on. I made all of them but this one. So I didn't make that one. I bought that from Sassy Lass Studio when they came with the Oddities and Curiosities Expo 2 years ago now. I made these 3 and these 4. This reminds you, you need to finish your embroidery project. There you go. Okay. Move over here a little bit. $3,200 to lose on accident makes first reason. Second is you're a machinist and you don't want it snagging in a machine. That makes sense why you wouldn't want that to happen. I'm just going to add some green, even though I have to adjust this section anyway. Great clasp on all of them. I like them. The only thing with these buckle clasps, I'll show you. I think they're great, right? But the only thing is that the wings here for the snap are coated, and so kind of rubs off. But other than that, I think they're probably one of the better clasps out there. Uh-oh. I don't have enough room on my wrist to put this back. You have a tough shadow to follow. Your father did chain work and fine metal for decades. All your favorite pieces were his. Right on. Are you going to finish it? Those look really cool. Thank you. Are you going to finish your embroidery project? And you said no. Why not? Because you got AP classes to finish? Come on. There we go. Oh, you don't want to? I don't blame you. Take a break. Projects are supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun... Okay, this is one of the reasons why I don't vend a booth anywhere. Okay? I admire the hustle in all of the people who weave hundreds or thousands of rings each week in order to get stock for their shows that they're doing every weekend. Right? I admire it. I do not want to be like them because it's too much making the same thing over and over, right? It would drive me up a wall and I would not have fun, right? And I want to have fun while I'm making projects. Can someone order a custom bracelet from you? I actually have like 20, 30 bracelets made right now. If you want one, the best way to do so, send me a message, right? I can send images through Instagram or Facebook, whichever one you want, or an email, doesn't matter. And I will shoot you images of the bracelets that I have available, right? Your embroidery project was originally meant to be a gift for your ex. Throw it away. Or change it. You should probably just change it. Throwing a project away that you put time and effort into, kind of, like, I hate to tell anyone to do that, because as you'll note, if you hang around here often enough, I don't throw anything away. I rework stuff over and over again until I like it. So I just did that the other day. I've got the Mailworks logo piece that I did, right? I traded some stuff for this, right? Got a sign out of it. But this is my logo, right? I made this out of chainmail, okay? And how that piece started out was garbage. It was leftover rings I was just putting together for fun. Or hide it in the shed of shame. Or hide it in... Don't talk about my shed of shame, John. I just got called out hard. Yeah, that sign is... Hillbilly Customs over on Facebook. Just got, you know... Carved out the thing. I think he used a CNC laser or something. And put my business name on there. Got his logo on the back, right? I do like that sign. I gotta find a place to hang it in the basement. Yeah, just like the keychains. Okay. Yes, Laura, contact me. You ever spent 6 hours sewing the sweater? Yeah, I don't know. Set it aside. Don't think about it for a long time. Come back to it. Make it into something else. But in my shed of shame, okay, in my shed is a Foot Locker. Inside the Foot Locker is the first shirt I ever made. I used galvanized steel fence wire to make it, and it stinks. It does not smell nice. And so it is also not nicely made. I used European 6-in-1 when I started this inlay, and I used European 6-in-1 when I started that shirt. It's 14 gauge 3/8 European 6-in-1. It's very heavy. It's very bulky, unwieldy. The sleeves are crap, and so I have plans to rehabilitate it. But it's going to, it's not going to be anytime soon. We'll see if we can turn it into something. But it does. It exists in my shed, and I won't bring it in the house until it has had some TLC. So we're going to soak it in vinegar to remove the galvanization, the zinc, off of it. And I want to get a concrete mixer from Harbor Freight to tumble shirts in. And they're like $200-300. I was hoping to do that this summer. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that is what is contained in my shed of shame. That's so funny. All right, where are we at here? It's 9:57. Let me throw a couple more rings on here. For anyone hanging out, my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories. And when you go and purchase something from mailworks.com, if you use discount code livestream, all one word, lowercase, livestream, you'll get 20% off anything you order. All for just hanging out with me for this little bit. It's my way of saying thank you for hanging out with me. Your pearlers are in a storage bin. Do you have a lot of made-up things? Right on. You have a box of shame of old sewing stuff? Everybody's got to, got to start somewhere. I've redone plenty of projects. I don't know how much you can redo sewing, though. I don't know. I can use a needle and thread to fix a hole in a hoodie, but trust John phones me to call you out? Yeah, exactly. Well, John knows. John has been hanging out every night for a long time. So, okay, what else? I am usually here 8:30 to 10 most nights of the week, Central Standard Time. I won't be here tomorrow night or Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend. I don't plan on being close to sober Sunday night. Saturday night, I've got the Blessings of the Bikes at one of the local bike shops. So I'll be going and doing that. I should be back Monday. And, we'll pick up where we left off. You're off to play games now? All right, Flux, have a good one. If you don't follow me on any of my other social media platforms, they are in my link tree. Please follow me on YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, wherever you feel like it. Help me grow those social media platforms as I grow this one. We're almost to 10,000 followers, like 150 away, 170, something like that, before I started the stream. So we're really close. We're going to have, hopefully, access to a stream key really soon. Fabric can always become quilting pieces, or worst case, pillow stuffing material. There you go. Send me a message. Just wait till I hear back from you. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to hit 10,000 soon, right? If you are interested in learning more about chainmail, in the link tree in my bio on TikTok and at the top of the website, mailworks.com, is a link to the Apple and Google links for the Mailworks app. In there, you'll find where to find chainmail suppliers, a list of recommended tools, where to find where other chainmail artists hang out at, right? And a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, there's a Discord. There's like 20 some odd people in the Discord right now. We just opened it up recently. A lot of expert chainmail artists already in there, as well as people who are new. So if you want to start making chainmail and you got questions, it's a great place to join. Post your work, ask questions, and it's free. We just hang out in there and post stuff. What else? I think that's about it. I'm going to continue to work on this tomorrow. I've been at this most of today. Had to take a break for a few hours, but we're getting there. Let me hold this up one more time. We are getting there. Right? The knotwork's almost all done. Then we got to edge it, frame it, put some loops across the top to finish. It's really close. So I'm happy about this. This is one of the larger projects I have sitting around waiting to be done. Not new to chainmail, but new to Discord. Yes, come on, hang out. It's fun. It's better than like the chat wall I had in the app earlier. And the chat looks a little, or the app looks a little weird right now. I need to go through and fix some icons and stuff, but everything works. So, you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to get out of here. Be safe, have fun this weekend. If you find yourself, what is the speech? Don't add to the population. Don't subtract to the population. If you find yourself in a cell, take control quickly. I'll have to look up. I've done this before. I'll have to look up the whole safety message. But all right, you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna get out of here. Bye.